Nerd Reactor, roll out.
What's up, Reactorites? John here, and yeah, today the Hollywood Reporter did an interview with Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, and in this interview they talk about a lot of different topics about like the Fox and Marvel merger and a whole thing with the Me Too movement and the firing of Roseanne and James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy. But the thing that really piqued my interest the most was what's going to happen with Fox's, Marvel stuff and Disney's Marvel stuff. A lot of the people, a lot of the fans, Marvel fans, want all the Fox Marvel stuff to be under the Marvel Cinematic Universe, under Kevin Feige, so that he can bring all these characters that we know and love together, and so we can have like the Avengers teaming up with the X-Men. And in the interview with Bob Iger, so the Hollywood Reporter asked, how is Marvel going to absorb Fox's X-Men franchise? Is Kevin Feige going to oversee everything? And Bob Iger says, I think it only makes sense. I want to be careful here because of what's been communicated to the Fox folks, but I think they know. It only makes sense for Marvel to be supervised by one entity. There shouldn't be two Marvels. And so then they asked, so Deadpool could become an Avenger? And Iger replies with, Kevin's got a lot of ideas. I'm not suggesting that's one of them, but who knows? But yeah, so this Iger already sees like the big picture of just having the Marvel characters under one supervision, and with Kevin Feige behind everything. And the deal, it still has to be like finalized. Everything is going to be a while, but hopefully we'll get to see this soon. And that's making me think, like, what's going to happen? How are they going to introduce the X-Men characters? Are mutants going to be already existing? Is the public, are they going to fear the mutants? Like, oh, down with mutants. And if that's the case, like, the thing that really made me always confused about the comic book universe, you have these superheroes like Spider-Man, you have Captain America, Iron Man, and all that. And you have the mutants. They have powers too, and they're trying to protect people. But all of a sudden, just because they were born with the powers, the people hate them. I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into the movie, because I never really bought it in the comic books, where you can have people like, oh yeah, Cap, they're cool. Spider-Man, they're cool. They got their powers from being bit by a spider, or having the super soldier serum being injected into them. But oh, what? You were born with powers? Get out of here, down with muties. It's going to be interesting just to see, and also whether they're going to recast, like just do different, like a new version of characters. So I really want to see the classic X-Men, with Cyclops, with Jean Grey, Beast, Iceman, Professor X, just them at the start, forming together and dealing with, Magneto. But yeah, and then maybe introduce Wolverine later on. And I know Wolverine's a fan favorite character, but let's just focus on the X-Men without Wolverine. Like, can you do that? Wolverine has a lot of movies already. Like, we get it. But let's just focus on the X-Men. Let's focus on all the different mutants without Wolverine being involved. And then there was a report from Variety saying that there's going to be a Loki and Scarlet Witch miniseries on the upcoming Disney streaming service. And this one is pretty interesting because it's said that it's going to be a mini-series, so there's going to be like around 6 to 8 episodes, and Kevin Feige is going to be behind this, so that means they're going to have a big budget just for this, and it's going to be different from the Marvel Netflix shows, and it's not going to be under Marvel TV, so it's still going to be under the Marvel Studios. And I wonder if that's going to create some kind of tension or not. But it's just the Marvel TV stuff with the Netflix and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They'll still be their own thing. But this one with 8 episodes, it's going to be more like the just like these really good shows, very intense, a lot of engagement. And I like this format of the mini series. Like, you don't need 13 episodes or 20 episodes for these other shows. And I like the smaller episodes just because it's just packed with a good story, action. It doesn't feel drawn out. There won't be like filler episodes. And, for example, you got shows like Amazon's Jack Ryan with 8 episodes. I really like that format. Westworld, that one has like limited episodes, and even Game of Thrones with limited episodes. But then if you do stuff like Walking Dead, where there's so many episodes, where there's a lot of filler episodes, you just feel like it's being drawn out. So I really like this approach. But yeah, Marvel, I'm really excited about what they're doing. Like they're pretty smart about just bringing all these characters together with the mini-series on the upcoming Disney streaming service, and also with the movies with the different X-Men characters coming together, and hopefully we will finally get to see that. And yeah, they were pretty smart enough to like try to do a deal with Sony to bring Spider-Man in. And we had Spider-Man Civil War, we have Spider-Man Homecoming, we had Spider-Man and Avengers Infinity War. And so with that, you got Sony, you got Spider-Man, you got the Avengers, and then X-Men all together. So that's just going to make any Marvel fan really happy for the characters on the big screen. So yeah, let me know what you think about this piece of news. Of course, we already knew, like with Disney and Fox, coming together, that the smart idea is to get the X-Men characters interact with the Avengers characters. But with Iger actually saying it, so it's just cool. It's just nice to hear that. Like, yes, come on, it's good. Let's do it. So yeah, comment below if you're excited about this, about the X-Men, meeting up, so maybe squaring off with the Avengers. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.